Today I'm going to tell you guys how to overcome any fear you have. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and on Facebook. Also, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. But getting into it, I talk to people every day throughout the week. I call it Till Talks. And in these Till Talks, essentially what I'm trying to find out is what are the issues they run into. Now, every about 10 or so, I look back and I try to decide what are the congruencies, what are some consistencies I see across all people. About 80% of the people I talk to have a very similar problem. They cannot move past the fear they have when things fall apart or the fear of just getting themselves moving in the first place. I myself dealt with this when I entered the NFL. I got in the NFL. I remember my very first time on the football field was with the Buccaneers down in Tampa Bay. I remember stepping out in the field and I kind of froze. I'm the Mike linebacker. I have to make all these calls and now I'm frozen. I don't know what to do or where to direct somebody. And all of a sudden I'm stuck. I'm looking at my teammates. They don't know what to tell me. My coach looking on the sideline like, this guy, what's he doing? And I kind of got this idea of, I just don't know what to do. I'm frozen. I'm fearful, right? Eventually the coach makes a call. I kind of go with it, run around the wrong direction, get yelled at, and I go to the sideline. Now, in this moment, I have this feeling of like the stupidity. I don't know what I'm doing. These coaches brought me out, and I'm sitting here making them look bad. And a lot of things start to kind of fall on top of my head. I feel fearful of going back out at any point in time in the future. Now, the idea is, honestly, I had to go back out. My family depended upon me to be out there to make a living, to take care of the family, right? So I knew I had to go out and not just go out and do the same thing, but I had to go out there with a full confidence. And that is the biggest thing, is how can I go out in the same situation full of confidence? I eventually figured it out, and I did it really well. And I'm about to teach you how. The first step was to get over the fear of the unknown. Now, there's a mountain behind me. I'm on my way up to Oregon, where actually I played football, so it's kind of a fitting kind of situation. The mountain behind me, if I was to sit here and say, I want you to climb that mountain, and you know nothing about the mountain, you're probably going to second guess your ability to be able to do it successfully, right? Your experience is going to tell you, I don't know how to do that. But if someone on the backside has a faith in knowing how to climb a mountain well and sees you and says you have all the tools to do it, it removes a little bit of the fear of the unknown. Now, for me going out there, I had to realize I'd never been in that situation before, at all, ever before. But my coaches had seen this happen before. So for me, my experience says, I'm not going to be successful at it. I'm not going to be able to do it. I don't know how because I've never been in that situation. My coaches, on the other hand, they had experienced it with athletes just like me for years prior. So they removed some of the fear of the unknown by telling me, Anthony, you're capable of doing this. Calm down. You'll figure out as you go. The more you know as you go along, the less scared you'll be. So the biggest thing you have to overcome, honestly, in the beginning, is the fear of the unknown. Next, you have to change your perspective. Now, when I was playing, when I got done off that play, I remember going to the sideline. And one of the veterans kind of pulled me to the side and said, hey, young buck, don't worry about it. It happens to everybody. Now, in my head, I'm thinking I'm horrible. I'm stupid. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to be gone out of here pretty quick. But I, again, was looking at it from the wrong eyes. I was the first time I'd been out there. I didn't know what I was doing, but a veteran had seen it before. Now, what this was changing the perspective to say it could be a positive. It's a learning situation. Reality is I could get better just from that one experience. What a lot of us do is spend 95% of our time worried about the problem and only 5% of the time trying to fix the issue. So for me, I had to step back and say, okay, what if I could readjust how I attack problems when they come? And what I first do is I look at the issue the way I'm looking at it, negatively. Then I step back and say, what are 4 steps or 4 perspectives that I could have on the same situation in a positive manner? If I can see in a positive light, I can then step back and say, okay, it's not all bad. It gives me hope. Hope is huge. So now when I look at these problems, I say, okay, what are these 4 or 5 different ones that are positive? And now I say, okay, I'm going to stop giving 95% of my time to the problem, 95% of my time to choosing one of these and taking action on a positive step as opposed to focusing all my effort on the negative side. Next step is the more you know about something, the more confident you'll be to take it on. So if I am completely oblivious to something, I'm not going to feel confident to go and approach it. Therefore, I'll be fearful of it. So the more you learn about something, whether it's learning about a topic you have to present on, or the more you learn about, for me, when I was playing football, my playbook, when I got out there, I could then know the plays coming at me, and I wouldn't be so scared of what to do and scared of freezing up and looking stupid again. So the idea is learn as much as you can. And honestly, the more you know, it's like building a bridge, so to speak, or learning how to climb. For example, the mountain you see behind me. If I go in and say, hey, I want you to climb to the top of this mountain here, you're gonna tell me, I don't know how. But if I give you a map, all the tools, tell you where to go, when to get there, you would be like, you know, I think I'm a little more confident to take my trip up this mountain. Unless you don't like heights, then maybe you don't take the trip. But the more you know about getting up that mountain, the less fear you have about taking it on in the first place. The last step, the most important step of all, is to realize that fear is natural, and honestly, I appreciate it. When you have something fearful going on in your life, if you don't have any kind of stress or nervousness or fear going towards it, that means you don't take it seriously enough. You know, if you step into a sports aspect or a game you're gonna play and you're not nervous a little bit, you're probably not putting enough emphasis or care into the situation. So the thing is, you need to kind of own the fear, accept it, and honestly appreciate parts of it, because those aspects let you know that you take it serious and it's important to your life. So that's it. Make sure you apply these steps to your life, whether you have another fearful situation coming forwards towards you down the road that you can foresee, or something pops in your lap unexpected. If you apply these steps, you'll have great progress. You'll get out of the hole. You'll see so much more of a brighter light you can pursue. So thank you very much for watching the video. If you want to, make sure you follow me on my Twitter, my Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, visit me at anthonytrucks.com. And also, I'd love to hear comments and feedback, so make sure below this video that you go ahead and put comments, feedback, positive or negative, whatever you feel like putting in there, so I get a feel for what your thoughts are. As always, remember that you can always trust your hustle to live an unexpected life.